Hello and welcome to the Book of Unwritten Tales, where we have made it into the library and are looking for books on medicine. Let's see what we can interact with here.
Swords of all the idiots who have tried to conquer the elf burrow. It's become less frequent over the last few centuries. Humans and dwarves appear to have learnt their lesson. It's said that a ruler in the north wanted to build himself a throne out of all the swords of conquered enemies. Unfortunately, he died after only conquering one enemy when he refused to heed all the warnings and sat on the throne.
Does this accomplish anything? I don't think so. We can just see all the swords there. Yeah. Okay, let's look at something else.
There's a selection of cubes here. For a while, it was all the rage at official state visits to give geometric presents. Each cube is significant and comes from a different country, but I never really paid much attention. A great example of the variety of our world's fauna. Some of the ideas Mother Nature has can be quite off the wall. Sometimes it's difficult to believe that some creatures in our world have developed naturally. They look as if some bored artist has dreamt them up. A few years ago, this dragon was causing a whole lot of grief. A bounty was put on its head, and all heroes of the land were encouraged to hunt it down. 40 brave warriors penetrated its lair and slew it. They brought the head to the palace where it was displayed in triumph. The strange thing was that a bit later more adventurers came carrying an identical head. Then more and more heroes arrived. What have we got here then? Aha! Ah! Almanac of Elf Medicine. That's what I've been looking for.
Wow, the first book we looked at.
Be careful, if you please.
A speaking book?
An ill elf?
Ill elf? So I look ill. What's wrong with me?
Take it easy, young one thing at a time.
Young one, I'm older than you.
And you look it too.
I do?
No, of course not, and I can also see no illness. But the mere fact that I've been fished out from the back of the shelf for the first time in centuries tells me that something is wrong.
I haven't been feeling too well recently. I'm sleeping badly and have no appetite. I know that elves are very seldom ill, but if it's not that, then it must be some kind of magic or curse.
Seldom ill does not actually mean never ill. Elves can, for instance, suffer from a broken heart.
Oh, please.
It is one of the most common causes of death amongst beautiful princesses.
Oh, it must be something else.
Sensitive elves can sometimes suffer from the pains of the world. There are a variety of ear infections, and of course it could also be lupus. But I think it is something else.
Like what?
To be completely certain, you must mix a potion and drink it.
Are you serious?
Very.
Are you actually qualified to make a diagnosis? And why can you talk?
I am a magical medicine book. That actually serves as an answer to both of your questions.
I've never encountered a talking book before.
Of course not. I am the only talking book here. That's the problem. In the magical library in Seastone, all books can talk. Things really get cooking there, believe me.
You were probably given to us by someone from Seastone, right?
Right. I was a complete idiot and actually volunteered. As I am a book about elf medicine, I didn't get much to do in Seastone. I thought to myself, hey, this is your chance to get some practical experience. Wrong.
Yeah, we elves don't get ill much.
And more than that, you don't actually have much time for books. This is the center of the Elven kingdom, and just look at how paltry this library is.
We don't have much use for books. We sing songs about times past, and many of us were there at the time.
Then that's probably also the reason why so many elves stand around in white.
What do you mean?
Allow me to elucidate. Over the years, the songs you elves sing will be changed and adapted, a little here, a little there. This editorial process is nothing more than refined elvish propaganda, presenting them as intelligent and morally impeccable. And who can prove otherwise? There are no other witnesses and there are no books.
I demand to know this instant what sort of illness I have.
Sometimes it's better not to know.
I can take it.
A placebo only works when one doesn't know that it is a placebo. Make the potion and then come back and drink it. Then we'll be sure.
And if it's lupus?
Have you been bitten by a wolf of late?
No.
Then it can't be lupus. No, I'm pretty sure it's something else. Now, that potion, drink it, and then I can tell you more.
All right.
All right, this potion, what goes in it?
It is very easy to make. You need to pound together the green fruit of a metis bush, a spoonful of honey and a red herring, and then mix with water into a viscous potion.
Oh, that sounds revolting.
It's medicine. It isn't supposed to taste nice.
And if I drink it, I'll be well again?
We will then at least know what is wrong with you.
This metis bush, where can I find one?
Haven't a clue. I'm just a book and have spent years sandwiched between dusty hymnals and a tome of revolting recipes.
A red herring? Are you serious?
Of course, why not? Red herrings are known all over the land as particularly useful fish. Their uses in the areas of medicine, cuisine, and literature are too numerous to mention.
All right, so I've got a red herring. Thank you. I think that's all for now.
Normally, it's me that ends patient consultations. You are only a princess, but I am a doctor.
What else do we have here?
Goldsmithing, masonry, and a book about carpentry. Like all books in this library, it's a guest present. The logic behind this must be, those elves, they have so many beautiful statues and items of wood. They'll be really interested in this. Why don't we present them with a book about it? What they don't realise, though, is that if we're interested in a subject, then we'll already know pretty much all there is to know about the matter, and the book's of no use to us whatsoever. Working with wood. There's a master whittler down in the valley. I've enjoyed watching him in the past. He carves animal figures so real that humans and dwarfs believe that they are actually animals turned into wood. This one's more about interiors, making furniture and the like. Plane the wood down by a pixie's thumb and saw the board into 2 equal length pieces. Who knows what that might be good for? Several books about animals, an atlas, a book about humans. Actually, more of a brochure. And what's this? Fishing for the moderately talented. Perhaps there are a few practical hints and tips in the fishing book.
Mm-hmm.
A lucrative season with a successful technique doesn't just depend on the type and quality of your tackle, but also on a really good spot. It doesn't matter whether you jig, dip, toddle or feed. Wobblers, twisters, spinners, blinkers, poppers, jigs, jerks and live bait must be presented in the most enticing ways possible. I haven't the faintest idea what all that means. I presume my fishing talents are not quite advanced enough to enable me to use this book. No, I need a bit more practical experience in fishing before the book will help me.
Okay then.
No, I need a bit more...
What do we have here?
A present from one of the northern kingdoms. Strange folk up there. The men climb mountains and shout foul-mouthed things in dragon's language at the dragons. I think it's some kind of test of courage. Helmets with horns. Cool, but useless. The Biggest Plant Book of Avantasia by Charles Mendel with illustrations by Alexander Bonpland. A standard reference book that Arbor always used to consult every now and then. However, he insists that he now knows it off by heart. Perhaps I can help Arbor solve the problem with that flower. Let's take a look.
All right.
This plant reminds me of the one that Arbor's having problems with at the moment. Love lily. The love lily enters into an enduring relationship with another plant very early in its life, which frequently lasts its lifetime. If the partner plant dies, then the love lily does not normally survive the separation.
Aww.
This plant reminds me of the one love lily. The love lily, if the partner plant... Giant beans, also known as magic beans, are very rare. They are the fastest growing plant variety known. Because of the beans' high costs, they are almost exclusively used by the military, for instance, in storming high-walled castles. Killer tomatoes are the most devious of the meat-eating plants. Disguised as tomatoes, they hunt on allotments for defenseless humans. Mandrake should only be cultivated by experienced gardeners. The cry of the baby mandrake can kill anyone within 20 metres instantaneously. The tree of wrath bears fruit several times a year. These grapes of wrath are bad-tempered beasts that can lay whole areas to rack and ruin. Steel magnolias look like normal magnolias, but are some of the toughest plants on earth. They can be softened using tragic women's stories and subsequently may be picked. The wood of intelligent apple trees is often used for the equally intelligent and beautifully shaped living accessories of all types. For a long time, botanists thought that it may be possible to find other intelligent fruit varieties. So far, the search has proved fruitless. Guard plants, Vigilia audriensis, belong to the oldest domesticated plants of humankind. They have been especially valued in times of famine as they do not require as much food as, for instance, dogs. They can sometimes develop an unhealthy taste for blood. Baritones.
Okay, I guess. Oh, right. I guess that's that. We can talk to the medicine book. Is there anything else here? No. Back to the bedroom. Let's go talk to Arbor about what we found in the book. Take a few worms. Oh, for the fishing.
I really shouldn't... it's only Earth. I should tell Mother how her daughter... well, she'd be delighted. No idea what kind of bush this is, but its red fruit looks very yummy. If I learnt one thing... Hi, Arbor.
Oh, Ivo!
I think I know the name of your patient. It's a love lily.
You don't look particularly loved up.
That's exactly the problem. Love lilies enter into a lifelong partnership with another plant. And if they're separated...
Then they let their heads droop. Good theory. But the fairies know their plants. They'd never have given us a love lily without its partner.
Look, I found this book in the library.
Woodcrafts? Why are you showing me that?
I thought it might interest you.
I don't like horror stories.
Horror stories?
Wood that has been clamped into a revolving monstrosity to be whittled down layer by layer to the core? What do you call that, then?
Sorry, never looked at it like that.
Branches sawed off, boards nailed together, wood treated with chemicals. Oh, sick stuff.
Aww.
If I were ill and needed to make some medicine, then you'd help me with that, wouldn't you?
Ill? You're an elf. Elves don't get ill.
But if I were...
Oh, come on. Now tell me, how can I help you?
Do we have a lettuce bush in the garden here?
That bush over yonder.
But that fruit's red.
And what colour do you expect, then?
Green. Are they only green when they're not ripe?
Nah, they're blue then. They're green when the bush senses danger.
Pardon?
The lettuce bush has exceptionally delicious sweet fruit. But if it thinks it's in danger, then they go green and very sour. Call it a defence mechanism.
Ah, and the bush only has red fruit because it has nothing to be afraid of here.
That's right.
Do you know how I could get my hands on some honey?
Try the kitchens.
I prefer not to wander through the castle.
Of course. Someone would tell your mother.
Would that beehive in the tree over there be of any help?
Oh, I'd be careful with that. The bees defend their honey and can give you a nasty sting.
Couldn't they be distracted or tricked in some way?
Beekeepers wear protective clothes and use smoke that calms the bees. But I don't have any beekeeper kit here. I just let the bees keep their honey and they pollinate my flowers. That's how we've always done it.
I often see you fishing. Could you lend me your rod?
Of course, if you bring it back in one piece. What's up?
I was convinced that I would have to make my own fishing rod or that you'd ask me to collect a variety of mystical items in exchange for it.
Why? It's only a rod.
Thanks.
Not everything needs to be complicated, you know.
There's something else. See you later, Arbor.
See ya.
Okay, so we need green fruit though. So we need to somehow put this bush in danger, or at least make it think that it's in danger.
This is a lettuce bush, just what I need. Only its fruit is red, not green. According to Arbor, the bush's fruit becomes green and sour if it feels afraid or threatened. This is a lettuce bush, only its fruit is red.
It feels threatened. I don't think we have anything here that would make it feel threatened.
The worms provide a great lure and should increase my fishing success rate, whatever that is. I always hang one onto the hook before I cast the line out.
All right.
I don't really know much about reeds or pipes, but if I'm not mistaken, then those things are called pipe cleaners. The reed from the garden pond. It's like a hollow pipe. Well, pipes are normally hollow. A handy smooth stone. Arbor's sheepdog. A book about woodcrafts. Sanding, cutting, hammering, all that sort of stuff.
So, where would we go to fish? Can we fish here? Let's see. No, yeah.
I don't have a clue about fishing, but I'll try my luck. Just as I expected, nothing. On the other hand, somehow I have the feeling that I now know what I'm doing.
Okay, so can we now read the book? Let's see. Or do we need to fish some more?
No, I need a bit more practical experience in fishing before the book will help me.
Okay, back we go.
I guess that I can just practice until I'm good enough. Or I could try to speed things up by learning more about fishing elsewhere.
Ah, can you now read the book?
No, I need a bit more practical experience in fishing before the book will help me.
Mm-hmm.
There's only a little water left in the bird bath. Cheep Cheep always says that it evaporates quickly. I, however...
So we need to make the bush feel that it's in danger, and we somehow need to get the honey from here.
The bees are buzzing around the hive quite merrily. Anyone messing with them will know about it fast. I don't have any time to rest, and that's good. At last, I've got something to do again.
Okay. No, we don't throw the stone at the bush or at the bees. Okay. What about the reed? Oh, caught the bee's nest. This probably isn't going to end very well. But let's try it.
Isn't there a turn of phrase like stirring up a bee's nest? I think the saying's trying to give us a warning. As long as the bees are wide awake and buzzing, I don't dare.
Yeah, we do have to do something about them. Can't use the book in any way either. You probably don't want to go back into your room, do you? And it doesn't seem to be anything to do here either. So, what do we do now?
The willow is stretching its branches up high into the sky with glee. One part of the waterfall's already lying in its shadow.
No, we don't use this on the willow. Oh. So, okay, we make it sad by reading it something from the Book of Carpentry.
I wonder if trees regard a carpenter as the bogeyman. It's not nice, but I'll have to find out. One can easily fell a tree with the help of an axe and wedges. In my experience, nothing beats a sharp saw guided by two men. Slish, slash! The teeth of the saw bite into the wood, and in a few minutes, even the largest tree tumbles to the ground. After this, the smaller branches and the bark are removed from the trunk using hatchets. Once the tree is sawn into several pieces, it's ready to be transported away. Wow, I feel a bit dirty. It'll be all right. You'll see.
Poor willow. So now we have a rainbow here. Let's go take a look at the rainbow.
Hey, there's a rainbow. Since the willow's branches are hanging down for some inexplicable reason, the sun is able to shine directly onto the waterfall again and is now producing a pretty rainbow over the garden. Others will judge whether it was worth traumatizing the willow for this, but the rainbow certainly adds a certain je ne sais quoi.
Okay. So that's that.
Nate once said that rainbows never touch the earth. Wilbur wouldn't believe him. Let's see who was right.
Ooh.
Nate once said that rainbows never touch the earth. Wilbur wouldn't believe him. Let's see who was right.
So, what do we do with that? Stone? No. Oh.
Look at this! You'll be forced to marry this terrible prince even though you don't know him. Ugh. Doesn't seem to upset it as much as it does me.
Can't read through the bush.
Nate once said that rainbows Let's see who was right.
Huh. So we can't do anything about the end of the rainbow? No? What to do now? Oh, for a while I thought that, seeing the rainbow had perked up the flower, but, no. So what to do now? We've got this end of the rainbow here, but we can't do anything about it. Do we go back into our room?
I'm going to have to take a few more of your seeds, but I promise this is the last time.
Oh, what do we need those for? Do we use them in the garden? Let's see, sunflower seeds. No? There didn't seem to be anything in the library. Maybe we could, take one of the swords. Turn the sword stand. Is the only thing we can do here. Why can't we take any of the swords to, maybe threaten the bush or something? Nope. The only thing we can do is to turn it.
This flower clearly is one of the more exotic of the palace's flowers. It comes from a country in the deep south beyond the deserts. It's said that the flower of this plant used to be sent as a declaration of war, or if one wanted to deprive someone of all sense. Why do so many people hate this flower? Perhaps it has an abhorrent smell.
Oh.
Now that explains why this flower is classified as a weapon in 24 countries.
Do we do something with the flower in the garden then? Oh, would blowing this at the bush make it feel threatened?
If the bush had a heart, it would have skipped a few beats. Thanks.
Alright, our first potion ingredient. The bees. This probably won't do any good with them. No. And, there was no way to use the sunflower seeds here. None that I could see. We needed a red herring. She said that she wanted to learn about fishing elsewhere. Oh, do we need to look at the rainbow with this? Into the palace. You don't want to use this to look at the rainbow? Okay. Now.
This flower was given to us by the fairies, just like the love lily down in the garden.
Ah.
I bet they belong together.
Alright. That'll do it, I bet.
Water's the easiest ingredient to find. We have copious amounts of it here.
So we've got the flower in the inventory. But I couldn't put the jug into the inventory. Oh, if the bowl is empty, do we need to pour
Water's the easiest ingredient to find. We have copious amounts of it here.
Do we need to pour the water into the bowl?
That should do it. The medicine book reckoned that it should be a viscous potion.
Okay, do we also put this in?
Ugh, that fruit smells really sour.
And then we don't have the red herring yet.
These earrings here. They're sparkling and glinting in the sunshine. They could actually come in handy.
Do we need to use them as a lure when fishing? I wonder. Earrings.
That looks promising.
There we go. Now then, let's see about this.
Look, Do you know this flower?
Aw.
You did well, girl.
It would appear so.
You snivelling, girl? You all right?
No. Yes? I don't know.
Well then, I think I've earned myself a little rest now.
Oh, the smoke.
The pipe smoke seems to have calmed them down a bit. The smoke from Arbor's pipe seems to be calming the bees. This is my chance.
Hey now, you all right there?
Sorry, had to do it.
Well, I'm not happy about this destruction of nature. Not unless I get half of that there honey.
I don't need any more. The rest is for you.
Did we actually get the honey?
Oh, that'd be good stuff. But that's enough. The bees need a bit too.
Nice. All right. So now we just need the red herring. Let's go put the honey in.
About 1 spoon of honey.
All right. And let's see if we can fish up a herring. Now that we have the lure attached,
A classic. A classic.
oh,
Oh,
I wonder how much more we need to fish.
pity. A classic.
Do we need fishing skill at level 10 or something?
A classic.
Let's get it to 10 and then see if we can read the book.
At last. Now I
Oh.
can tick the red herring off my list.
Okay. Well then. I didn't realize that we would actually get the red herring from there if we just fished enough times. That should be everything, right?
Thanks for the sacrifice, little fish. Now I've got all the ingredients. I just need to crush them.
I used a stone for that.
I'm pretty sure that there's never been anything so utterly revolting concocted in the elf burrow ever. Oh, I hope this is some kind of joke.
Drink the medicine.
I don't know much, but I do know that I'm not going to drink this potion until I've had another chat to the medicine book about it. I need to know which disease this potion's meant to be good for. Looks as if it's been pre-digested several times.
Ugh. Ew. Well, I think we'll go and talk to the medicine book in the next episode. At least we accomplished making the potion and also making the love lily happy again in this episode. That's plenty. So yeah, for now, thank you so much for watching this video and spending a little of your time with me here today. If you like this video, please leave it a like. I would really love that. And also, please remember to be kind to yourself. Have a lovely rest of your day. And I will see you again next time.